Welcome to the Advise Show, media with the common sense approach. So there's a woman out of San Bernardino, California, that she confessed on Facebook to the killing of her boyfriend. Now, this relationship, as you will hear, was very questionable in a lot of the circumstances. Let me go roll the clip.
The victim, 21-year-old Dorian Powell, was found stabbed to death inside this North San Bernardino apartment early Monday morning. Police now want to talk to his ex-girlfriend, Nicasia James, who they say took to social media to tell her side of the story.
The investigators have been monitoring her Facebook page and did see several of the posts that she made.
The now deleted message to family and friends lays out James' version of what may have happened. The 18-year-old wrote in part, "Last night my ex was drunk, was fighting me, hit me in the face, and I get the knife and stabbed him. Didn't think I would hurt him. Sorry, Lord, hopefully you forgive me. And sorry, Dorian Powell, rest in peace."
I was standing right here.
The post only part of the drama surrounding Powell's death. Apartment manager Melissa De Los Santos points to bullet holes in the upstairs unit the couple shared.
You know, I'm sure it was in retaliation for the victim. 5 gunshots. The holes were like this big in the window.
De Los Santos says she had been standing in the line of fire just 5 minutes prior to the shooting, but left to close her office. At the time, she says James' mother and brother were inside gathering some belongings and told De Los Santos James was in hiding.
She said that her daughter had bruises on her face and she had pictures of that, and she said that he was being physically violent towards her.
According to De Los Santos, it was James' brother who witnessed the stabbing.
He goes, all she did was stab him one time in the chest and he was gone. Just like that, he was gone.
Now, you heard the story, and if it's what they say it is, then I don't know why she ran for it, because it was a clear case of self-defense. You see, this guy was beating her to the point that family was there to remove her from that apartment. And I don't really understand, why would you beat a woman for anyway? I think that's a waste of time. It shows that you're not really any kind of man that can't control yourself. Now, we're not talking about the circumstances where a man is defending himself from a crazy Looney Tunes woman. We're talking about just a man beating on a woman just because that's what he wanted to do. Now, this guy was drunk, as you can heard, and that's what transpired. This girl was young, obviously 18 years old. And I guess, you know, when you stab somebody and kill them, she gonna get scared and just run. But a lot of people are saying, well, what, you know, this is just crazy. You know, what you think about this? My thing is this. Nobody, it don't matter who you are, should put hands on each other. If it even gets to the point, I even tell a lot of guys this with some women. If the woman even get in your face one time and threaten you and say what you're going to do or whatever, I would just walk away from that whole situation. If you're a woman, if a guy gets too aggressive with you in a conversation, he probably didn't put his hands on you yet, but you got that feeling that he is capable of doing that based on the aggression that he showed you, then you need to walk away from this guy. Leave him alone. Don't let it get to the point that he beating you in the face and throwing you around the apartment or the house, throwing you through the window and everything. These are things that we can prevent if we just open our eyes and pay attention. And this girl was 18 years old. There's no way she should be worrying about being in some relationship with some 21-year-old. And you notice the picture they put up and they use of a mugshot. So obviously he had some sort of jail ties. And then they said he had some retaliation to the guy. They were shooting at him. So he was involved in possibly some sort of thugging. And you have this girl getting herself involved with some thugging. And if you get involved with a guy who's tied to some sort of thugging, what do you really expect from those savages? Really? I mean, do you expect something good out of it? This is why we tell our young girls, leave those thugs alone, because their life may follow you. You think they live in the most upstanding life out there? There is a reason why I call them savages. Look at what they do. They gun down innocent people in our community. They rape women. They steal. They pillage. They are the scourge. I don't really have no love for them unless they choose to change their life. But yeah, you getting involved with those thugs, that's why you had to retaliate in that manner, which I understand you had to defend yourself. But let this be a lesson in the story to all young girls. It don't matter because they got thugs and savages in every community. Don't involve yourself in no kind of thug because he can beat on you. He probably can get you caught up with somebody doing retaliation against you because they're trying to get at him. And this stuff could have been 100% totally preventable. An 18-year-old needs to be focusing on college, focusing on some sort of trade or something for her career, not being in the situation with some old thug boyfriend. Please, people that's involved with them situations, walk away. Don't get killed. Don't end up like this where you killing a person, now you're running from the law because you're afraid you're going to go to jail. Because this girl don't know anything about rights. If she can prove it was self-defense, they wouldn't have done nothing to her. If anything, probably gave her a slap on the wrist. Hit me up in the comments, use the commentaries, subscribe.